Narrated Ibn Abbas that he differed with her bin Qais bin Hisn al-Fazari regarding the companion of the Prophet Moses. Meanwhile, Ubay bin Ka'b passed by them, and Ibn Abbas called him, saying, "My friend, her and I have differed regarding Moses' companion, whom Moses asked the way to meet. Have you heard Allah's messenger mentioning something about him?" Ubay bin Ka'b said, "Yes, I heard the Prophet mentioning something about him, saying while Moses was sitting in the company of some Israelites, a man came and asked him, 'Do you know anyone who is more learned than you?' Moses replied, 'No.' So Allah sent the divine inspiration to Moses, 'Yes, our slave Qadir is more learned than you.' Moses asked Allah how to meet him Al-Qadir. So Allah made the fish a sign for him, and he was told when the fish was lost, he should return to the place where he had lost it, and there he would meet him Al-Qadir. So Moses went on looking for the sign of the fish in the sea. The servant boy of Moses said, "Do you remember when we betook ourselves to the rock? I indeed forgot the fish. None but Satan made me forget to remember it." On that Moses said, "That is what we have been seeking." So they went back retracing their footsteps and found Qadir. And what happened further about them is narrated in the Holy Quran by Allah, 18.5 for up to 18.82. Narrated Abu Musa, the Prophet said, "The example of guidance and knowledge with which Allah has sent me is like abundant rain falling on the earth, some of which was fertile soil that absorbed rain water and brought forth vegetation and grass in abundance. And another portion of it was hard and held the rain water, and Allah benefited the people with it, and they utilized it for drinking, making their animals drink from it, and for irrigation of the land for cultivation. And a portion of it was barren, which could neither hold the water nor bring forth vegetation. Then that land gave no benefits. The first is the example of the person who comprehends Allah's religion and gets benefit from the knowledge which Allah has revealed through me, the prophets, and learns and then teaches others. The last example is that of a person who does not care for it and does not take Allah's guidance revealed through me. He is like that barren land. Narrated Anas, Allah's messenger said, "From among the portents of the hour are the following. -1. Religious knowledge will be taken away by the death of religious learned men. -2. Religious ignorance will prevail. -3. Drinking of alcoholic drinks will be very common. -4. There will be prevalence of open illegal sexual intercourse." Narrated Anas, "I will narrate to you a hadith, and none other than I will tell you about after it. I heard Allah's messenger saying, from among the portents of the hour are the following. -1. Religious knowledge will decrease by the death of religious learned men. -2. Religious ignorance will prevail. -3. There will be prevalence of open illegal sexual intercourse. 4. Women will increase in number, and men will decrease in number so much so that 50 women will be looked after by one man." Narrated Ibn Umar, Allah's messenger said, "While I was sleeping, I saw that a cup full of milk was brought to me, and I drank my fill, till I noticed the milk its wetness coming out of my nails. Then I gave the remaining milk to Umar ibn al-Khattab." The companions of the Prophet asked, "What have you interpreted about this dream?" O Allah's Messenger, he replied, it is religious knowledge. Narrated Abdullah bin Amr bin al-As. Allah's Messenger stopped for a while near the Jimr at Mina during his last Hajj for the people, and they were asking him questions. A man came and said, I forgot and got my head shaved before slaughtering the Hadi, sacrificing animal. The Prophet said, there is no harm. Go and do the slaughtering now. Then another person came and said, I forgot and slaughtered the camel before Rami throwing of the pebbles at the Jamra. The Prophet said, do the Rami now, and there is no harm. The narrator added, so on that day, when the Prophet was asked about anything, as regards the ceremonies of Hajj performed before or after its due time, his reply was, do it now, and there is no harm. Narrated Ibn Abbas, somebody said to the Prophet, during his last Hajj, I did the slaughtering before doing the Rami. The Prophet beckoned with his hand and said, enter text, there is no harm in that. Then another person said, I got my head shaved before offering the sacrifice. The Prophet beckoned with his hand, saying, there is no harm in that. Narrated Abu Huraira, the Prophet said, religious knowledge will be taken away by the death of religious scholars' ignorance. In religion, and afflictions will appear, and Harj will increase. It was asked, what is Harj? O Allah's Messenger, he replied by beckoning with his hand indicating killing. Fath al-Bari, page 192, volume 1. Narrated Asma, I came to Aisha while she was praying, and said to her, what has happened to the people? She pointed out towards the sky. I looked towards the mosque, and saw the people offering the prayer. Aisha said, Subhanallah. I said to her, is there a sign? She nodded with her head, meaning, yes, I too then stood for the prayer of eclipse till I became nearly unconscious, and later on I poured water on my head. After the prayer, the Prophet praised and glorified Allah, and then said, just now at this place I have seen what I have never seen before, including paradise and hell. No doubt it has been inspired to me that you will be put to trials in your graves, and these trials will be like the trials of Masih Dajjal, or nearly like it. The sub-narrator is not sure which expression Asma used. You will be asked, what do you know about this man, the Prophet Muhammad? Then the faithful believer, or Asma, said a similar word, will reply, he is Muhammad, Allah's messenger, who had come to us with clear evidences and guidance, and so we accepted his teachings and followed him, and he is Muhammad. And he will repeat it thrice. Then the angels will say to him, sleep in peace, as we have come to know that you were a faithful believer. On the other hand, a hypocrite or a doubtful person will reply, I do not know, but I heard the people saying something, and so I said it the same.